himself. Then the Elder Zed tell him to explain it properly, and based on his response, he decide if he should behead him or not. Then Jin explained that hazing done by the Elder Zed was a unique way of attacking Jin. Elder Zed says that Jin, if that's how he felt, he should have attacked him, rather than injuring a cadet. Then Jin replays saying he would have attacked Elder Zed if he had a chance of winning, and simply sitting just because his opponent is stronger than him is not something a Reincarnated would do, and he would rather lose his life than his honor. Elder Zed is satisfied by his answer, and tell everyone to never forget that their identity is Reincarnated. Then as class is dismissed, Jin says to his brother that they might be scared of their big sis for now, and questions them if that's going to be same in the future, and warns them that they should act while keeping future in the mind as well. Then as he returns, he informs Gilly of what happened, and Gilly is worried for him as both sister are already clan's flag bearers, and it is of unspoken rule in succession war that flag bearers fights flag bearers only. Jin is not worried as his sisters could not come and harass him directly, but can only mess with his mission's difficulty. And even if they do that, it would only help him raking up his achievements, and it won't be a problem as there is Muraken by his side. But for now Jin has different plan for Muraken. Then scene switch to Jin where he and his brothers are getting special training from their Uncle Zed. And also we see Jin brothers got beat up by their sister for their mistake in intermediate class. Then Jin's uncle explained the training they are going to take part in, and that is to strike the clear rock. Thing is, if they don't strike the rock hard enough, it will make an irritating sound, and if they hit it with right amount of strength, it will make a beautiful sound. But if they hit the rock too hard, the rock will explode. And after the explanation, his uncle tells them to start their training, and 3 of them will be striking the clear rock until they makes a clear sound at any given time and situation. Then we see Jin's sister Luna and her nanny discussing about searing of the culprit who tried to assassinate Jin, but they were not able to find them. But they can also be relieved as Jin was able to grow up without any trouble. Then scene switches to intermediate class. There Jin's faction was given Orc Beast subjugation, which is definitely not for newbies, and this was done by Jin's sisters. Then everyone mocked them by saying to ask their young master Jin to save them. Then Misa says that they have to complete the mission and come back alive, and that is the only way to prove themselves. Then Jin also receive his mission, which is VIP assassination mission. And the target is the master of Ice Palace's Talaris and Dorma's lover. The Ice Palace refer to huge tower located in the middle of the western sea of the continent, and its master is nicknamed as Spider of Abyss. So he has to assassinate her lover Alkaro Chenderer, who is staying in the lawless zone of Mammoth, which is a very dangerous place. And client is the Chenderer family itself who tried to bring him back. But as nothing worked, they decided to end him, rather than letting their family secret out. Then Jin uncle asks if he still want to do it. Jin says he will do it. Then Jin brothers say if he encountered danger, he should just expose himself and say he is Reincarnated. Then no one will bother him. Then Jin say it is surprising to see them care about him, and also warn to make up their mind if they like Jin or their sis more. And he hits the clear rock, and they hear clear sound, meaning Jin has completed his training also. Then as Jin leaves, his uncle tells Tona brother to not go against him until they are stronger than Jin, if they want to stay alive, that is. Then after 2 days, we see Jin and they're departing for their own missions. Then Jin notices that they are not confident in themselves, and says to them that worrying about the result is not going to change anything, so they should focus the mission and give it their best, and says that they should also come back safely as Jin is also gonna come back safely, and say farewell to them. Then we see that he has ordered Muraken to look after them, and he also depart for the mission. So that is it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. So guys, as we saw in last episode, Jin was assigned for assassination mission. So in this episode we see him arrive at Mammoth Lawless Zone, and he enters a nearby bar, where a man calls him out for acting high and mighty, and tries to threaten him. Jin just cuts his head off, and everyone just laughs seeing this. Then he asks if the bartender know anything about Hister, who was his master in his previous life. Bartender says there is no one like that in that area. Then he asks if there is high class inn in Mammoth. Bartenders say there is one in one west side of the city, which is called Moonlit Well. Jin predicted that as Alkaro is a guy who grew up without knowing what hardship is like, so he will be staying in a high-class inn only. Then as he enters the inn, he see Alkaro and his guards arguing over taking drugs, and his guard, after getting tired of hearing him, he knocks him out and takes him to his room. Then Jin thinks he cannot use poison as it is taboo in Mammoth, so he decides to terrorize the Moonlit Well Inn with magic.
since he has 4-star magic, and if he combine it with spiritual energy, he will be able to cast 6-star magic spell. And no one would suspect a 15-year-old brat to be a 6-star magician. And to make it look like the attack was from outside, he decides to summon lightning. Then we see Cirrus and Dorma, daughter of the Hidden Palace Master, has also entered the city. And reason is to kill Alcaro, and is currently heading towards the Moonlit Inn. But she see the lightning falling towards the Moonlit Inn, and says she picked a bad day to visit. And she hurries towards the inn saying to prioritize the safety of their men, and she doesn't care what happens to Alcaro. Then we see Jin, who managed to pull it off. Then he looks for Alcaro, as it is only chance to finish him off. But Cirrus see him as she never expected to meet someone same age as her in Mammoth. Then she tells his guard to kill Alcaro if he is alive, and orders him to look for that magician that did it. Jin thinks as even the daughter of the Hidden Palace wants him death, there is no way he will survive. But he need to cover his face, as it would be a problem if she remembers his face. Then she helps him to apply medicine, and says that he should be honored that she, the great Cirrus, is applying medicine to him. And when asks how can he repay this favor, she says how can someone like him repay a favor of great person like her, so he should just consider it as a nice memory. And she leaves, and Jin's mission is complete. Then scene switches to his faction members who are in orc subjugation mission. And they are doing well as they have already killed 18 orcs, and only 7 are left to complete their mission. Then Misa thinks as young master must have God blessing, and that fortune must be following them, cause orc normally move in groups, but they are moving around alone and are easy for picking. Then we see Murikan, who has ordered the orc beasts to move individually, and they will die if they move in group. And none of the cadets are dying because of Murikan. Then suddenly he feels something, so he puts up a barrier, and confronts the being that was headed that their way. It was a cemetery giant, and they were destroyed by the dragons from 2000 years ago. Then Murikan destroys the giant in one strike, and suspect that there is someone beyond this, and he should keep it a secret from Jin for now. And he thinks if Jin can grow at this pace, he will able to fight with Zipfels in 10 years. Then scene switch to Bouvard Gaston, who says that his cemetery giant was destroyed to Vishikal Ivliano, who is a vice leader of revolutionary group Canzello, who says that they should set up a meeting with Zipfels in the near future. Then scene switches to Jin, where his uncle and his team members congratulate him for completing the mission. Then the sister lackeys says that he was just lucky that some magician terrorized the inn his target was staying in, and made it easy for him to complete the mission. And one of them say that he is disappointed that Jin is only 4-star, and is just a fortunate brat. Then Kajin say that they can't do much as he is a pure-blooded Rinkandel. Then Jin comes towards them and says that he can hear everything. And Kajin continues to disrespect Jin, and say it's really annoying to see everyone acknowledge Jin, as he just completed his mission trough pure luck only. Then Jin says if that's how he felt, then he should have challenged him. Then Kajin says that Jin is going to regret his decision, and they start to fight. At first Jin is pushed back, but then his clear rock training start to take effect, and he starts to see Cadet Kajin's attack trajectory, and Jin finishes him. Then we see that Jin has reached 5-star knight. Then Tona brothers are also shocked that Jin defeated Kajin. Then we see his sisters are pissed off after hearing this, and they decided to give him difficult mission, and also to send some of their men to finish the job. Then scene switches where Gilly informs that everyone is amazed by his achievements. Later Jin says that since there are only 3 people that achieved 5-star knight in history, they are the first patriarch, his sister Luna, and his father. It is an amazing achievement for sure. But now his siblings will start to get nervous and tries to suppress him, especially his brother Joshua, who is nominated as next patriarch, and also he is expecting his father to visit him soon, as his father also wants someone else as his heir instead of Joshua, cause his father was never satisfied with anyone other than his sis Luna, but she wasn't interested in becoming patriarch. So his father decided that she was not fit to lead the family. So Joshua, his second brother's place, solidified as next patriarch. But now as Jin has arrived, it gonna change. So his father is gonna come to test him again. And until then he will protect Jin as he is also a special case. And as there will be lot people who want visit his family from all over the world, a banquet will arrange to deal with it. So as his father will arrive, a banquet will be prepared. So he tells Gilly to be prepared for it. Later when Jin was in his room discussing about who are the guests that are going to visit him, his butler Pedro rushes in and says that a mission is assigned for him, and the mission is in Colin Ruins, which is a Zipful's territory. Then we see Jin mother, who is angry at other sibling for assigning such mission to youngest. Then as Jin arrives, his mother says that mission is cancelled, and he do not need to go to Colin Ruins. Then as his sis tries to interfere, his mother shuts them up. Then his sisters ask her mother why is she protecting the youngest so much. Then his mother asks if any one of them has achieved 5-star knight at the age of 15. And if they had done that, she would have protected them too. Then Jin says to his mother that he really likes the mission that their sisters had given to him, and he has zero intention of backing down now. So that is it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.